I'm trying not to be really loud because let's see what time it is. My computer says it's 1:39, and in fact it is 1:39. See if y'all can see that. Probably not, but anyway, it's 1:39 in the morning. It is Wednesday, and I was just up doing a lot of homework, and I figured why not do a video really quick for you guys. So I have a lot of videos coming up. Please stay tuned for that. I'm gonna try and do a hair video, since as you can see my hair is up in a big puff. I actually went swimming the other day, and it's just been like this ever since I have to do it. So I figured I'm gonna try to do a video on that. This is my natural hair. I've been on a natural hair journey for forever, and I keep going back and forth, but this is my longest that I've been natural. But anyway, I have a few, like I said, I have a few videos coming up. I'm trying to be a little quiet because everyone's sleeping in the house but me. So yeah, today, as you can see from the title, it's gonna be when I got my tongue ring when I was 16 and a tongue ring. So let's go. Okay, so this is the story. While I was in high school, I had a best friend named Shonda. So Shonda was really crazy and outgoing, and that was the type of person that I wanted to be, but I was really more reserved and quiet, and I was more of an you know, I always, and I still am the same way sometimes, like I'll sit back and watch everyone else and figure out, you know, who has what personality, so that I know who I click with, I know who I don't like, you know, all of that. I'm a good observer. So I was that way, and we were like best friends. And I can't remember, I think it was 10th grade, to be honest with you. Was it 10th? I think it was 10th grade. She had gotten a tongue ring, and she had gotten a belly ring and a tongue ring, and I think by that time she has gotten either one or a couple tattoos, right? So I'm like, I was so intrigued, y'all. Like, I was like, okay, did it hurt? What did it do? Like every day I was like, let me see it. She'll stick it out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I wanted it, but I was scared as shit, y'all. When I say scared as shit, I was scared as shit. Number one, I was scared as shit because I was like, look, they just put a freaking, they just pierced your tongue. They put a freaking earring through your tongue. Shit, when I bite my tongue, that shit hurts, okay? Excuse my language. I was like, no, when you bite your tongue, you know how that feels, okay? It is probably one of the worst pains ever. So I'm gonna go to somebody and let them stick an earring in there? No, I wasn't having it. But I kept seeing hers, and I kept being so intrigued. I was like, yo, can I do this? Or can I not? I didn't know. So it finally came down to it, and I was like, I was asking people, I was asking my family members, I was like, you know, what do you think about it? Because I didn't let them know I was thinking about it or wanted it. I was like, what do you think about it? You know, do you know anybody with it? Blah blah blah. My sister knew a lot of people that had it, but that was about it. She said the same thing I did. She was like, shit, when I bite my tongue and hurt, I'm not gonna do that. She still doesn't have one. So yeah, even one of my cousins scared me to death. He was like, oh, don't even think about getting it. That's like the mark of the devil, because that's piercing your tongue, making your tongue looking like a serpent. And I was like, yo, okay. So anyway, so I was like, you know what? And at the time, my boyfriend, who was now my husband, he was solely against it. He was like, nope, don't do it. You know, the girl, you know how people always say that, you know, girls with tongue rings, you know what they do, you know, sexual favors, okay, like that. And I was like, no, I'm trying to explain to him how I think about it. And how I always thought about it was an accessory. Like, you switch up your earrings. It's an accessory. It goes with your outfit. It, you know, whatever. It was an accessory to me. It was just something a little more on the edgy side, which, like I said, I always wanted to be. I've always been that type of person that I wanted to be more edgy, but I was just too quiet, too reserved. Like, I didn't want to stand out in a bad way. I wanted to stand out in like a cool way, but I didn't know like where the line was. So I didn't want to do something crazy and look crazy and think I was, you know, cute. So anyway, I kept thinking about it, and let me tell y'all this, please don't try this at home, okay? I was crazy. I am crazy now. I was crazy then. All right. So this is what I did, y'all. Okay? Shh, don't tell me. I tried to pierce my own tongue. Why did I do that? This is what I did. I was like, look, I'm gonna try to do this myself, see what happens. I don't have to spend the money. I don't have to get nobody to sign, because when you're under 18 you have to get someone to sign for you. And I was like, oh God. I was living with my grandfather then, and I was like, he's never gonna sign that. I don't even want him to know about it. So I bought a tongue ring, and I got a razor blade, and it was something else. I think it was a bobby pin, and I took like that at the end of a bobby pin, it has like this little round rubber thing to, like, you know, help it slide through your hair without cutting your hair. Yeah, and I took the rubber thing off and like sharpened the ends of it. Y'all, I was crazy as hell. So I actually like used the razor blade, okay? I cut like a little hole at the top. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, okay? I cut a little hole at the top of my tongue, and then I tried to use the bobby pin to push through my tongue. And I figured if I do it fast enough, then I can just take that out, stick the earring in, and we're done. Yo, I got to like halfway through my tongue, and the pain was bad, but it wasn't like, oh my God, send me to the hospital bad, but it hurt like hell, okay? So when I got through half, I used the tongue ring. Of course, I took the ball off. I tried to stick it in, and I wasn't thinking to myself that the bobby pin is skinnier than the damn tongue ring, okay? So it wouldn't push through. And every time I would try to push it, like force it, now that pain was crazy, okay? So what I end up doing is I end up screwing it down. So for example, this is what I did. For example, you know how you have a nail and you're trying to get it through a hole, right? Or you're trying to make a new hole. You have to, you know, push the nail into the wood and then start screwing down for it to go through. And that's exactly what I did. So I pushed it, forced it as far as I could, and then I start screwing it, right? So I got it all the way to the bottom part of my tongue. Like literally I could flip my tongue up and see it. But for some reason, I could not cut through it. Like I tried to use the razor blade on the bottom. I just couldn't cut through my tongue. I have no idea why. And then I was like, F it all, whatever, I'm gonna take it out. So I tried to like pull it out straight, and I did not know. I basically like sawed through my tongue like that screw. So I literally had to screw it the other way, all the way out, so the ring would not pass through. It was crazy. Okay, crazy. So anyway, I took it out. I went to get my tongue pierced at the tattoo place. What ended up happening is I went with my best friend. They said I needed someone to sign. I was like, look, my grandfather's sick. He can't really come up here, blah, blah, blah. They were like, I don't care. You need somebody to sign. I was like, oh, okay. So y'all, I went to my grandfather. My grandfather was like, I called him. I was like, meet me up here. And he was like, meet you up there for what? Like, what are you doing? I was like, I need you to sign some paper. He was like, oh, okay, well, I'll be up there in a minute. He comes up there, y'all, and he is just like, my grandfather was so like charismatic and he could vibe with anybody. He was up there making the whole tattoo shop laugh and sing. It was crazy. He literally signed the paper and then wrote out. And I was looking like, yo, did he just sign that paper? He was like, well, what are you doing? I was like, I'm getting a tongue ring. Yo, did he hear me? Did he even hear what I said? Huh? Let's get it done. So I was like, yeah. So what hurt the most, I would tell anybody that's trying to get a tongue ring, what hurt the most was the clamp. They clamp your tongue down, they measure where they're gonna go, then they clamp it down harder. Literally the clamp hurt worse than the actual piercing. Okay. So I got it done. I was so excited. my tongue was swollen because I was working. Then my tongue was swollen for about 3 days. Then after that, it was fine. It kind of got like hard around it, but then every day it got softer and softer, and the swelling went down and down. Okay, so I got it. So about 7 years later, which was this year, no, which was a couple years ago, I actually took it out because I was like, I've had it for so long. You know, by that time I think I was like, no, it was 10 years. I was 27. I was like, you know what, I'm taking it out. I'm getting too old, blah blah blah. So I took it out, and I haven't had it for 2 years. Now I'm 29. So I've been like, I want it back. I want it back. I miss my tongue. I just missed it. I had it for so long and I missed it. So I went back to the tattoo shop, and I was like, I need to get my tongue pierced. And he was like, all right. And I was like, but I've had it done before. And he was like, okay, well, let me check. So he checked, and he was like, yeah, your hole is open. It just shrank. And I was like, what? He was like, if I can get it through, you won't have to pay the $50. All you have to pay is the $10 for the ring. I was like, cool. So he tried to push it through, and it actually went through. I did have a little twinge of pain, but it went through. And I was so excited. And it was so funny because the first time when I actually got it pierced, like I said, my tongue was swollen for like 3 days. This time, my tongue was swollen for like a week, almost 2 weeks, yo. And I think that when he put it through, he didn't stretch it like he said it was going to stretch. I think it like ripped or tore something. And yeah, it took way longer to heal and way longer to get used to it and have my tongue swelling go down. But what I did both times is when I walked in the shop, I went and got a Slurpee from 7-Eleven, and I was just drinking the Slurpee just so that the swelling wouldn't be, and the swelling and the pain wouldn't be crazy. And I took some ibuprofen, and that was about it. So I got it back. And this is the same ring that he basically pierced again. And it's been in for a couple months now. I'm loving it. I missed it. It's back. Yeah, and that is my crazy story about my tongue ring, okay? If y'all have any questions, please leave them down in the comments. Please subscribe if you have not, because there'll be more videos coming. And please hit the thumbs up button because I am just a beginner and I am still trying. I'm a work in progress and I need y'all help, okay? I need y'all help. All right. So, see y'all later. Have a good one. Bye.